Hello, welcome. This beautiful stamp set is December 2020's Stamp of the Month. It's called Happiness Never Grows Old. I love that. It's got some beautiful sentiments on it. A thankful heart blooms year round. Happiness never grows old. Be your own kind of beautiful. And then some really beautiful blooms. I'm Shauna and I'm passionate about pages. Today marks the first in a series of videos that I'm going to be doing all about making paper candy. Now, paper candy is just small-ish embellishments that you can add to cards and scrapbook pages, okay? So over the coming weeks, I will share some paper candy videos with you and show you how I do them. So this one then, as I said, uses the December stamp of the month. We're using Distress Oxide inks, white cardstock and peacock cardstock, okay, and the blending tools. Now, if you don't have Distress Oxide inks, you can do this technique with regular inks. They just take a little bit more work to do the blending. Okay, so let's have a look at them. So what I've done is I've made some tags. They're 4 inches high and 2.5 inches wide. Okay, this one I punched a hole in it and I've just put some twine through, and it's just held in place with washi tape, because this one I will put foam tape around here and stick that onto the page or the card that it ends up with. Okay, so what you can see here is that I have used the Distress Oxides, the peacock feathers and the pumice stone and blended them. And then I've taken the little dot spatter and stamped a little bit of background, and then put a cluster of the flowers, so the bigger clusters. I stamped those in white daisy ink on peacock cardstock, and so you just get a really soft outline, and there's no need to colour it. You know, it's just a bit of a statement piece. Okay, this one, same idea, but I did the blending on a diagonal. I actually cut this one down, so if you have a look, it's this stamp here, and I just cut off this smaller rose so that I got that bit. Okay, so you don't have to have the full length. And then I stamped the sentiment in the peacock feathers ink on an angle as well. This one here, I did the blending dark on the bottom to light on the top. I used the small roses and one of the leaf shapes, and that is fern cardstock with the white daisy ink on it, and then stamped Happiness Never Grows Old on there. Okay, so these two, I'm not going to put thread on them. I just went through my stash and I found some bling that I had from an older kit that was peacock coloured, and so I'm just going to put some bling on each of those. All right, in a moment I'm going to show you how you can use this page bling, paper bling, but for now I'm going to show you how to blend the inks. So I've got one with diagonal blend, one with a half and half horizontal, and one with a half and half vertical. This one I'm going to do top and bottom dark and the middle light. I like to start with the darkest colour, and it's just you just want a circular action. Okay, now see how beautifully this ink goes on. If you're using our regular dye-based inks, you'll have to work a little harder, but you can still get the same look. All right, and then I'll go down to the bottom and do the same thing. Now when it's wet, you might think, oh gosh, I can see some marks and things, but as it dries, it just all blends. It's just superb, really superb. Then I'm going to swap to the pumice stone and do the middle section. Okay, so this one then I'm going to go a little bit over the peacock inks and get a bit of a colour blend going on there. Sorry if the camera is shaking. I really do need to get a sturdier table to do my videos on. This trestle table that I'm working on, I swear, is 20 years old. It's been in my workshop room since I first became a consultant. All right, so that's the beginning of it, okay? Now we need to come back in with the peacock again and get a bit more of a blend happening here, okay? And so you can just have a little play between the greys and the peacock to get a nice smooth blend. Now I was going to use the Happiness Never Grows Old stamp. I'm not sure how well this is going to show up because I've probably come down a little further with the peacock than I'd planned, but let's just see. So the beauty about the Distress Oxide inks is that you can use them like regular stamps as well. So they have pigment ink qualities to them, which means that they sit on top of the paper and don't sink in as much, and that's how you can get the really lovely rich colour to them. Okay, just hold it there a little minute and lift it off. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, a thankful heart blooms year round. Beautiful. And then to make it into a tag, now you could measure this. I tend not to. I just cut a little bit off that corner and then I turn the corner over and I use it as a guide to cut this corner. And then you could put a hole punch in it and add some thread, or you could put the bling. I think I will put the bling in there. And then on this one, I will probably just come in and I'll have a couple of these little flowers just coming off the side. So the good thing about page candy is because you're going to mount it onto something else, it's all right if the elements go beyond the base, and it actually adds a bit more interest if you do that, okay? So I forgot to bring my adhesive down with me. And there you go. That's as hard as it gets. So now let me show you some ideas for where you could use paper candy on a page. I'm just going to clean up this so that my ideas book doesn't get covered in it. So I've got Make It From Your Heart Volume 3 here, and I flipped through and I had a look at some of the layouts, and this is one that I think could work quite nicely with these particular tags. Okay, so when you look at this, let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, there you go. See down here you've got this cluster of flowers because there's not a lot happening in the top corner of that photo. Imagine if the tag was in there. You'd still have room for your title, but the tag could make a nice accent, or the tag could replace the need for this title. Okay, you just pop it in on an angle. So that would be one that would be really pretty. In this one here, this is pattern number 2 in the book, and you have a square panel in the design here. You could put the tag coming up, so the tag would be up above this base piece here, and that would make it less symmetrical looking and more freeform, I think, which could be kind of nice. Then this one here, this is pattern number 7, and there's a journaling block over on the side here. You could actually journal along, you know, the lower edge here on that zip strip if you used a light color zip strip, and the tag could be used in place of the journal box. Okay, and that would be again, could be a title for your page or just a sentiment. And then this last one here, I want to show you is pattern 13. It has a little 3x4 PML card on the layout, and so you could replace that with the tag because it's 4 inches high, and 2.5 wide, and that could create a nice focal point. Or you could have a tag just coming, maybe tuck it under this photo and have it up in this corner. So there's lots of uses for page candy as titles and embellishments on your page. And then if you are wanting to use it, sorry, I'm going to zoom out again, on pocket pages. So this is a 6x4 pocket card. And so just popping one of those on a pretty plain background is enough. And so if you're using pocket pages, that could be just a really nice way to dress up, and all the other pockets would have photos in them. Yeah. And then this one here, it's got a couple of lines that you could write a little bit of information on it. And so again, whoops, you could just pop your card on an angle there, and that would be really easy. These work brilliantly with cards as well. Anywhere that any card design that has kind of a 4 by 2.5 inch block on the card design, the block could be replaced by the tag. So I hope that's given you some ideas and gets you going. Now, if you would like to win this set of 4 tags, all you have to do is comment below this video with how you would use these beautiful Happiness Never Grows Old stamps in your projects. And then I will do a lucky draw on Wednesday and post the tags to you. Have a great day.